Hello and welcome back. We are continuing our discussion on properties of least common multiple, and we will have more problems using these properties. We have seen previously that if we have a pair of coprime integers, then their LCM is the product of those two integers because the GCD is equal to 1. Now we are going to see if this is going to be true when we have more than two integers and we take the LCM of these integers. The problem is the following. Let A1, A2, etc. AM be pairwise coprime positive integers. That means if we choose AI aj from these integers, then each AI aj where I not equal to j, they are relatively prime. The question is, show that the the LCM of A1, A2, etc. AM, the LCM of these m integers is equal to the product of A1, A2, etc. AM. That is, LCM becomes the product of the integers once we have these integers pairwise coprime or pairwise relatively prime to each other. We know that when we have just two integers, that means A1 and A2, then this result is true. So this is not. When m equal to 2, we have this statement true. So there is nothing to prove. So now we are going to use induction on the number of integers, and the least number of integers possible for considering this is m equal to 2, and in that case it's true. Suppose that the statement is true for m minus 1 integers. So what is meant by saying that? That is A1, A2, etc. am minus 1 if we choose, then their LCM is equal to, suppose, equal to the product of A1, A2, etc. am minus 1. We have to show that for m integers also we can write this. Now we are going to write this, we are going to see what's going to happen if we choose m integers. Now A1, A2, etc. am, the LCM, by the definition, it's a recursive definition, so we need to find A1, A2, etc. am minus 1, the LCM of these m minus 1 integers, and that LCM together with am gives the LCM of all these integers. Now, according to what we have assumed, the LCM of A1, A2, etc. am minus 1 is nothing but it's a product A1, A2, etc. am minus 1. So here we have this equal to A1, A2, etc. am minus 1, the product, and a. Okay, now we have just two integers here. A1, A2, the product A1, A2, etc. am minus 1 is one integer and am is another integer. So if these two integers are pairwise coprime, then because for m equal to 2, we know that the LCM of these two, LCM of two pairwise coprime integers is going to be the product of the integers, then we are done. So we need to check if A1, A2, etc. am minus 1 the product and am we consider, are they relatively prime? So the question is this, can we say that the product A1, A2, etc. am minus 1 and am are pairwise prime, pairwise coprime or relatively prime? Suppose it is not so. Let P be a prime dividing both of them. If they are not pairwise relatively prime, their GCD is greater than 1, therefore there exists at least one prime dividing the GCD, so that prime divides these two integers also, such that P divides A1, A2, the product am minus 1, and P divides am. So P divides A1, A2, etc. am minus 1 implies that P divides P divides AI for sum I, or sum I equal to 1, 2, etc. A minus 1, because we know that if P divides a product, P divides one of them, and P divides AM. So what is the meaning of this? So P divides AI and P divides AM means that AI AM is at least P, this is greater than 1. But we have assumed that AI and AM are all relatively prime to each other. This is not possible. This is a contradiction, because as AIs are pairwise coprime. So there cannot exist a prime dividing the product a1, a2, etc., am minus 1 and am. Therefore, these two integers a1, a2, etc., am minus 1 and am are relatively prime. So this is some n and this is am. These two are relatively prime. Therefore, we can conclude like this. Therefore, the LCM of a1, a2, etc., am minus 1 and am is equal to the product a1, a2, etc., am minus 1, am. But what is this? This is nothing but, that is a1, a2, etc., am minus 1, am. This is the LCM of all these things. That's equal to a1, a2 into etc., am. This is what we wanted. Therefore, the LCM of pairwise relatively prime integers is equal to the product of them if you have two integers or more than two integers. Our next question is also going to be a generalization of something that we have seen for two integers. So we know this. We know that if the LCM of two integers AB is equal to the product AB, then A and B are relatively prime. So for two integers, if the LCM is equal to the product, then they are relatively prime. See that in the previous problem, what we did is we took the integers to be co-prime and proved that LCM is going to be equal to the product. Now the question is the converse. So in the case of two integers, we know that LCM is equal to AB, the product implies that they are relatively prime. The question now is the generalization of this question. If a1, a2, etc., am are positive integers such that the LCM of a1, a2, etc., am equal to a1 into a2 into etc., am, then show that AIs are pairwise coprime to each other. AIs are pairwise coprime. That means the GCD of each pair of AIs we are choosing, that's equal to 1, where 1 less than or equal to I less than or equal to M, or in other words, that is GCD of AI AJ equal to 1 if 1 less than or equal to I, J less than or equal to M, and I not equal to J. This is what we have to show. Okay, suppose that these integers are pairwise not coprime. Suppose on the other hand, suppose that AIs are not pairwise coprime to each other. So the meaning is that there exists at least one I and J such that where I not equal to J, such that AI AJ GCD is not equal to 1. That is, there exists I J such that AI AJ the GCD is not equal to 1, where I not equal to j. So this is the meaning of saying that A's are pairwise not co-prime to each other. There exists at least one pair. So we can find a prime P, and let P be that prime. We can find a prime dividing A and AJ simultaneously. Call that prime to be P. Let P be a prime such that P divides AI and P divides AJ. So we are choosing a prime that divides A and AJ simultaneously. Therefore, because of this, we have P divides AI. Therefore, AI by P is an integer. And AJ by P is also an integer. So the division is perfect because P is a factor of AI, P is a factor of AJ. So what about A1, A2, etc., AI minus 1, AI by P, AI, etc., AJ, etc., AM. What you can say about this product? This is definitely a multiple of AJ because all these are integers. A1 is an integer, A2 is an integer, AM minus 1 integer, A by P integer, etc. This is definitely a multiple of AI. Now this is a multiple of AI. This is not just a multiple of AI. This is actually a multiple of A1, A2, A3. So we can multiple of A1, A2, etc., AI minus 1, AI plus 1, etc., AM. It's a multiple of all these things. Now we will just move the position of P slightly. Now A1, A2, etc., AI, and of course here we are assuming that suppose that I is less than j, there is no loss of generality in that. So AI, now AJ minus 1, AJ by P, AJ plus 1, etc., AM. This is equal to the same number we are using, but the position of P is just moved. This is a multiple of AI. So what we are basically seeing is the integer A1, A2, etc., AM into 1 by P. That is, if we move P out, 1 by P into A1, A2, etc., AM is a multiple of A1, A2, etc., AM. But according to our assumption, the least common, therefore this is a common multiple. That is, it is a common multiple of A1, A2, etc., AM. But then it must be less than the LCM because least common multiple is the least. Therefore, 1 by P into A1, A2, etc., AM must be less than or equal to the LCM of A1, A2, etc., AM. But what is the LCM? The LCM is nothing but the product. Oh, sorry, it's the other way. It's a common multiple. Least common multiple is going to be less than any other common multiple. Therefore, it should be this way. Sorry. So this is this LCM is equal to A1, A2, etc., AM, the product. So what we are basically getting here is A1, A2, etc., AM is greater than or equal to, if you move P to the right side, you have P into A1, A2, etc., AM. But this is not possible because P is at least 2. P is a prime, therefore at least 2. Therefore, the product A1, A2, etc., up to AM is greater than or equal to P times the same product, is equivalent to saying that 1 is greater than or equal to P. That is not possible. P is actually greater than 1. This is a contradiction. This is a contradiction. Why is this a contradiction? since P is greater than or equal to 2, A1, A2, etc. the product AM greater than or equal to P times A1, A2, etc. AM is not possible. This is a contradiction. So this is not possible, therefore there is something wrong in what we assume. What is wrong? So we assume that there exists a prime dividing A and AJ, therefore there cannot exist any prime, or AJ also must be equal to 1. Therefore GCD of AI AJ must be equal to 1, or AIs are all pairwise co-prime to each other. So we established that the fact that follows in the fact that is true in the 2 integer case is true for any number of integers. If we have LCM of m integers is equal to the product of integers, then the integers are going to be pairwise co-prime to each other. Now we are going to see something that we proved in the case of GCD, and we are going to see if it's going to be true, or if an analogous statement can be made for the LCM also. The statement is this. So for GCD we know this. For GCD we know this. If M divides, or if C divides A and C divides B, and if the LCM of AB is D, we have proved that C divides the LCM also. This we proved. But what can be the analogous statement for LCM? So if M1 divides A and M2 divides A, so it's the other way. Instead of C dividing A and C dividing B, we have A dividing C and B dividing C. It's the other way. If M1 divides A and M2 divides A, and if L equal to the LCM of M1, M2, here we had C dividing D. On the other hand, here we have then show that L divides A. So if 2 integers divide A, then the LCM also divides that integer. So in statement, in short, we are making this statement: every common multiple is a multiple of the LCM. Every common multiple of 2 integers is a multiple of the LCM of those 2 integers. This is what we are trying to show. So to show that L divides A, we need to show that A by L is an integer. To show that L divides A, we need to show that A by L is an integer. Okay, we will try that. What is A by L? A by L, we are going to make use of the connection between LCM and GCD, which says that product of LCM and GCD of 2 integers is equal to the product of integers itself. Here we have M1 and M2 as integers. So this is A by L is nothing but the product divided by the GCD, and suppose that D is the GCD of AB, so we can write it like this: A by M1 M2 D. Okay, this is equal to AD by M1 M2. So we have A by L is equal to AD by M1 M2. A by L equal to AD by M1 M2. Now we are going to make use of Bezo's identity. So we need to bring M1 and M2 on the numerator so that we can do some cancellation of this M1 and M2. We know that M1 divides A, M2 also divides A. So in A there is M1, in A there is M2. But if we divide A with M1, we don't know whether we can divide the rest of the things with M2 or not. So by Bezo's identity, there exist integers x, y such that the GCD D is equal to m1x plus m2y. This is known for us. So we are just going to substitute that here. So this is equal to a into m1x plus m2y divided by m1 m2. So if we just distribute this a, we get a m1x by m1 m2 plus a m2y by m1 m2. But now here we have m1 and m1, and a is a multiple of m2. Therefore a m1 is a multiple of m1, not just multiple of m1. So if we cancel m1 and m1, a by m2 is an integer. So a by m2 is an integer, a by m1 both are integers. So a by m1 and m1 already we are cancelling. So a by m2 m1 by m1 x plus, here we are reversing the roles of reversing the divisions, a by m1 m2 by m2 y. So this is an integer, this is an integer, this also an integer, this also an integer, therefore this is an integer. That is a by l is an integer, or l divides a. So we proved it. That is LCM divides any other common multiple of m1 and m2. LCM of m1 and m2 divides any other common multiple of m1 and m2. We are going to generalize this for more integers. So the question is the following: if m1, m2, etc. mk are integers such that mi divides a for I from 1 to k, and then show that the LCM L of m1, m2, etc. mk also divides a. So we have proved that if we have two integers m1 and m2, and m1 divides a and m2 divides a, then the LCM of m1 and m2 divides a. Now we have to show that if we have some k integers where k is greater than or equal to 2, then also this is k equal to 1 means that there is no LCM to take. So we should probably take k to be greater than or equal to, then also the LCM divides a. So this is the generalization of our previous problem. So we know that this is true if k is equal to 2, because we have already proved that for two integers it's true. Now we are going to use induction. Suppose this is true for k minus 1 integers, and we will prove for k integers. That is, if mi divides a for I equal to 1 to k minus 1, then the LCM m1, etc. m k minus 1 also divides a. Now we are going to consider the LCM of let L equal to the LCM of m1, m2, etc. mk, but this is nothing but this is equal to m1, m2, etc. mk minus 1 and mk. We know that for k integers, m1, k minus 1 integers, m1, m2, etc. mk minus 1 divides it by our assumption m1, m2, etc. mk minus 1, this divides A, and mk divides A. But this is a single integer. This is a single integer, say L prime. Therefore, the LCM of L prime and mk also must divide A, because this is a two integer case now. But this is equal to what? This is equal to L. Therefore, L divides A, where L is the LCM of M1, M2, etc. up to Mk. The next few problems we are going to see are related to the concept of relatively prime numbers and prime numbers. The first among them is the following. Find LCM of A and B if B equal to A plus 1. So we have two numbers A and B, and it's given that B is equal to A plus 1. So we have to find the LCM of A and A plus 1. So LCM of AB is nothing but this is equal to LCM of A plus 1. Now, translating this into the language of GCD, we have this equal to A into A plus 1 divided by GCD of A plus 1. But we know that GCD of A and A plus 1, A and A plus 1 are relatively prime, because we already have seen that if n is a positive integer, then n and n plus 1 are relatively prime. So this is equal to A into A plus 1, or this is equal to AB, since the reason is A plus 1, the GCD is equal to 1. Okay. Now, on the same line, we have next question. What is the LCM of two distinct prime numbers? What is the LCM of two distinct primes A and B? Again, if two distinct primes we have, they are always relatively prime. A and B distinct primes implies that they are relatively prime, and that in turn implies that LCM is going to be equal to, we have already seen that if two numbers are relatively prime, then their LCM is nothing but the product of two numbers. So LCM is AB. Next one also deals with the relatively prime numbers. Find a positive integer A if, in fact, find the positive integer A if LCM of A and A plus 1 is equal to a number 132. Okay, we will move this question to the next page. We'll move it to the next page and we'll place it here. We have to find the LCM of, the LCM is given to be 132. We have to find the two integers. Now, as in the previous case, we have A and A plus 1 are relatively prime. A plus 1, GCD equal to 1. Therefore, LCM of A plus 1 is nothing but this is equal to A into A plus 1, and it is given to be equal to 132. So, this basically means that we have to solve the equation A into A plus 1 equal to 132, or A square plus A minus 132 equal to 0. Instead of solving this equation using some quadratic equation formula or something like that, we can probably try to write down the prime factorization and see if we can find two consecutive integers as factors of 132 so that the product is equal to 132. So if we write 132, this is 2 into 66. Okay, this is equal to, but 2 into 66 is nothing but 11 into 6. 11 into 6 is 2 into 3. So we have all these factors here. Now how can you split it into two numbers such that in such a way that one number is the two numbers are consecutive. So if you choose 2 into 3 into 2, so here it is 11. 2 into 3 into 2 means that of course, and one more thing, a into a plus 1 is something near to a square. So we need to probably look at the square root of 132 approximately, but we know that 121 is a square and its square root is 11. So 11 is probably one number. So in that case, if we guess like that, this is going to be 11 into 2 into 2 into 3, that is 12. So that fits into this equation, a into a plus 1 equal to 132. Therefore, we can take a to be equal to 11. So this is the answer. Now next question is about the uniqueness of LCM. Show that LCM of two positive integers a and b is unique. So this is quite easy given that we have a relation connecting GCD and LCM, and we already know that GCD is unique. So AB is equal to AB, A into B by LCM GCD of AB, but this is unique being the product. GCD we have already proved that this is also unique. Therefore, the total product total ratio is also going to be unique. Therefore, the LCM is also going to be unique. And we have one more question. If K A, B are positive integers, show that LCM of KA, KB is equal to K times LCM of A, B. Once again, we are going to make use of the relation between GCD and LCM, and therefore KA, KB is equal to KA into KB divided by GCD of KA, KB. But we already know that GCD of KA, KB is nothing but K times GCD of AB. So this is K square AB divided by AB, and now we have a K here. So cancelling K square and K, we get K. Now AB by GCD of AB is nothing but this is the LCM of AB, and thus we establish that if you multiply A and B with some K, the LCM also will get multiplied with the same K. And with this problem, we finished our discussion on LCM and related properties. Thank you.